Adyel here, and wow, this day is finally here. I never thought this day would come, honestly. But today's video is going to be my makeup collection and storage 2017. My makeup collection is finally finalized and my room tour is coming soon. I still have a few more things to do, so it should be up shortly after this video. These two videos have taken so long. They have been so requested for years. I finally have my collection exactly how I want it, and I am so excited to be presenting you guys with this video today. It feels so good to have everything organized and how I want it, and it's kind of sad that now I'm leaving in like a month and a half for California, but that just means, hey, apartment tour, another makeup collection coming soon. So I do have to put this disclaimer out there, and if you watch a lot of makeup collection videos, you probably already know what I'm about to say. In no way is this video trying to brag and say, oh, look at me, look how much makeup I get. That is never the purpose of any of my videos. YouTube is my job, makeup is my job. I'm so blessed and grateful that I get all of these opportunities, and I wouldn't get all of these opportunities without you guys. I fortunately now work with some of my favorite brands, and they send me new product launches, and I do get PR packages with full collections and things like that. Please refrain from your comments, oh my god, you have so much makeup, who needs all that makeup? Because you're right, who does need all that makeup? But this is all just for fun, giving you guys storage ideas, showing you guys how I organized, and finally showing you guys the full collection. There will be more disclaimers down below for those of you who want to read about it, but for those of you who want to see the collection video, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and the more thumbs up, the faster my room tour will come. Also, if this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name is Adyel Juergensen. I would love it if you stuck around and click that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. It is such a fun time around here, and I would love it if you stuck around. But without further ado, let's get into my collection. Okay, so here is an overview, and there's me in the mirror. It is the next day after I filmed the intro. I don't have any makeup on right now, but I decided to get dressed in a cute outfit. So it's a little bit cloudy today, so I may or may not put on one of my lights, which are in the corner. But like I said, here's the overview. We have the two Alex 9 drawers on each side, and then this is my vanity. I've had it for years, ever since I was little. Ever since I was 3 and moved into this house, this has been in my room. So I kind of want to go from one side to the other side, but first, swinging around, here's the entrance to my room, and you guys will see this in my room tour. But I did want to show you, because this is part of my makeup collection, but the rest of my makeup displays, if you could see right in that corner, I have some PR box displays, but that will be all shown in my room tour. But I do have this acrylic organizer. This is a 3-shelf acrylic organizer from Pretty Display on Amazon, and I want to give a huge thank you to them for sending it to me, and I also have a coupon code for you down below. But as you can see, I have a nail polish rack right here, and I just put some things on display. So on the top row, I have my Modern Renaissance palette, my Carly Bybel palette, and my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette. These two palettes are palettes that I gravitate towards a lot, and they also look pretty. And then the lip palette I have to use more often. And then here I have a display of more nail polishes, and down here I have both my Tartelette palettes, which I love, and then the Aurora Glow Kit, so I could reach for it more often as well. And this is just like the first part of my makeup display. So then, swinging around, before going into each section, I'm going to start with the frames. So all my frames are from Michaels, and these are long ways frames to go above the Alex 9 drawers. So in this one, I have my leftover accomplishments. As you will see over there, that's like my accomplishments frame. But here I have my VIP Peach Party invitation, just because that was the first event that I ever got flown out to, and it was such an honor, and it seriously was a dream come true. So I just keep that there. I have me and Vin, some of me and my friends, my YouTube friends, and that is the day I got accepted into my college, FITM. Okay, so on top of the Alex 9 drawers, this is the first one, I have brushes. Now I have 2 of these cup holders from Amazon, and then this multiple brush organizer, and they're all from Amazon. I will link them down below for you. But I just have all of my brushes here, and the one on the left is kind of like my most used brushes, and I have to wash all of them. I also have a video on how I wash my brushes if you want to see that. But then I have this acrylic on top, and this was gifted to me, but I'm just gonna go through it first. Also, this is the drawer that I set up with Vin in my transformation vlog, and I never ended up doing doing a part 2. I'll have more about that in the description because this is going to be a long video already. Okay, so starting with the back, here we have a lip scrub and a lip balm, and then I have an e.l.f. zit zapper along with my tweezers and my scissors, and then this is a MAC lip and cheek palette. Then on the lip organizers on the top, I have my Kylie and Coco collection lippies there, and it fit perfectly. And then I have 8 of my Winky Luxe lipsticks here, which I absolutely love, and they're so adorable. I had to put them on display. And then here for now I have 5 of the new Lancome highlighters, and I thought they fit perfectly here. Then starting with the drawers, and excuse my nails, I wanted to do them for this video, but you know, I wanted to just get it up, so priorities. Here I kept all of my Kylie lip products. So the first 2 rows consist of all Kylie and then Kylie lip liners. And then on the bottom here are just all my other lip liner products. So this drawer up here is my second mascara and eyeliner drawer. I probably could have started over there, but it really doesn't matter. But I have a whole eyeliner mascara drawer over there, but this is just my leftovers. So over here I like to keep all of my colored eyeliners. So as you can see, we have teal, yellow, purple, just anything that's not black. And I believe I keep browns on the other side too, but just anything colorful. I have all of my Too Faced sketch markers in here. As you can see, just a ton of colored pens. We have felt tip liners, just everything colored. So now here is just backup of mascara. So this whole thing is just a ton of mascaras. As you can see, I have so many backups of my Better Than Sex. And then this drawer has a few more mascaras, and I'm just keeping it like this so that when I get any more, they go in here. Then in the front, I decided to keep some of my Smashbox lid primers. I have a gel liner there. That right there is like a felt tip makeup remover pen, and just some random things over here. So that is it for the first drawer. Okay, so I just set up my light a little bit so you could see better. Okay, so this drawer is one of my favorite drawers, and it's filled with glitters, loose pigments, liquid eyeshadows, and also the new Too Faced glitter palette. So on the side over here, I just fit a bunch of loose pigments, and I also have some cream potted shadows. And then in this acrylic organizer, I have all of my loose glitters, and I get most of my loose glitters from Bulk Glitters or Super Glitters now, and I'll have them linked down below. I also have a few randoms like from Sigma, and I also got some of these colorful chunkier glitters like over here from an Etsy shop. These were also from that Etsy shop for more like editorial look. I have my Too Faced glitter glue in here, and I also have this Pixie set of loose pigments and glitters that I just put in there. And then in here I have a ton of single shadows that come in this plastic thing, and they actually aren't magnetic for some reason, and I do have like the Makeup Forever magnetic eyeshadow palettes, but these aren't magnetic, so I don't know, they just fit in here perfectly, so I could just swipe. They're more out there colors. These are by the brand Stelazzi, and I got them gifted to me from friendsbeauty.com. I also have some single shadows from Etsy in here, and then moving the glitter bomb palette, I just thought it was fitting to put in here. I have liquid eyeshadows, so I have the Stila shadows, I have all of the Milk liquid cream shadows, I have NYX lid lacquers, which if you want to do a glossy lid, that's what you do. I haven't used them yet. I have a ton of Maybelline color tattoos in here, and also all of my stick shadows. So here are a ton of samples from Lancome that I got at a Lancome party, and I did a get ready with me for that if you want to see that. I also have some of the balm, and this is just filled with all of that. Yes, okay, so third drawer. Okay, so this is my second blush, bronzer, highlighter, and powder drawer. My first one is on the other side, but this is just all my leftovers. So I have all these organizers that I got from Dollar Tree, and you could actually order them on bulk online. I also got some from the store, but you could order them to your house. I think it's like $24 for $24, obviously the Dollar Tree. So this first organizer, I have a bunch of Too Faced stuff. So I have some Too Faced blushes over here, the Too Faced highlighters, Sweet Peach. I have their new setting powder, and I have a bunch of their boxed bronzers and blushes back there. Then in here, it's just a ton of miscellaneous. We got some Tarte, a lot of LA Girl. I have some backup Too Faced, and also all the way back there, if you could see the gold, I have all of the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil products. And here I keep some box blushes and stuff. So these are from BH Cosmetics. We have the Balm Bahama Mama, and then some of their blushes. We also have the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. We have some highlighters up in here, some Wet n Wild, Essence blushes, And then over here, I just kind of put all the rest that doesn't fit. So I have a Tarte powder here. We have some of the Hoola bronzers up in the front, Pixie, a bunch of blushes up in here, and that is that for that drawer. So for the fourth drawer, this is my single shadow drawer. Now, single shadows, I'm gonna be honest, they are not my favorites just because they're kind of inconvenient. I'm glad I have this drawer now, but before I never used them because I was always gravitating towards my palettes. So over here, all these black round ones are all of the Morphe pressed pigments. I have yet to play around with these, but they look so stunning. And then I have some randoms over here. I have a ton of these LA Girl Eye Luxe palettes. There's just a ton of their eyeshadow palettes in here. I also have them over here as well. They're kind of like pro contour palettes in here, but I didn't have any room for those anywhere else. Here's the ColourPop Hello Kitty collection shadows over here. I have a bunch of Maybelline single shadows over here on the side, and they go pretty deep. We got some Jouer single shadows, some NYX, a lot of Urban Decay underneath these ColourPop, but we have a lot more drawers to cover, so moving on to the fifth drawer. Okay, so here's yet another part of my lip collection. So you saw above, I showed you some of my and my lip liners and all that stuff, but I have this drawer, another drawer, and then two more sections in my makeup collection of lippies. So basically these I tried to organize by brands. So on this side we got mostly Tarte. We got these Tarte, really cool actually. I love them for the summer. I've been using them a lot. These are their Quench Lip Rescues, and they give a lot of hydration and a little bit of color. We have some of the Tarte Matte Liquid Lipsticks. I have this random Tarte lip product here. Here I have a ton of just really hydrating chapsticks, and then in the back I have some of the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea lippies. Now over here I keep some YSL, and then we have Pure here, we have Bare Minerals, Hourglass, Makeup Forever. Some of the brands I don't have full collections, so some of these drawers are just kind of random. I have like a Lancome lip shaker in here. Then over here I have the LA Girl Matte Liquid Lipsticks. We have randoms in here. I have 3 of these Shani glosses, and then here's an Estee Edit gloss, which is so cool. It has a blue tint, and you put it over any lip and it'll make your teeth look whiter. I also have some NYX lip products on the bottom. Moving on to the first big drawer. I'm gonna lower you guys right now. Okay, so this right here is my foundation drawer. So first things first, I have all of these. I'm not sure where I got them. I think my mom just randomly gave them to me, and I'm planning on taking this whole drawer out and then laying these pads on the bottom just in case any foundation leaks or anything, but I have yet to do that. But here I have a few of Morphe's sponges, and I also have this box that Beauty Blender gifted to me. It has some beauty blenders in it, and I also put some of the random pads in there. In the front I have some of my faves. You already know this is a white foundation. This is the LA Girl Pro Coverage. I have some more LA Girl Pro coverage. I have Makeup Forever here. I have 2 Too Faced Born This Ways, both in different shades. I have a MAC Studio Fix that I just got, the Vanish Stick Foundation. We have Maybelline Matte and Poreless. And then laying down here, I have all of the L'Oreal Infallible foundations. We have an LA Girl BB cream, which I love for the summertime. It's just too dark for me right now. Foundation palette here. Urban Decay, we got some CC creams, tints. Then I have some Maybelline Dream Cushion. This is the Tarte Gel Foundation, which I have yet to try. I haven't tried a lot of foundations in this drawer actually. Taking you guys down so you could see back there. So I have Marc Jacobs e.l.f. I have some powder foundations from MAC. I have a bunch of Next to Nothing powders because MAC did gift me the Next to Nothing line. So I have a lot of colors back there that don't match me, as you could see, but I keep them for whenever I'm doing anyone's makeup. I do not freelance, but who knows whenever I get into it, or to gift to friends or do giveaways with, but it's just tricky to do giveaways with foundation because you never know who's gonna win. More powder foundations. I have some spray foundations over here, a ton of backups in the back and just shades that don't really match me at the moment, and that's really it for my foundation drawer. Then I just lay this on top. Okay, so second big drawer. Okay, so this is yet another lip drawer. So here I have this Pop Beauty lip palette. I'm just gonna move that out of the way. Over here I have Maybelline, and I really do appreciate that they put the colors on the bottom because it makes it so much easier. I have some L'Oreal, some Rimmel. You have some more L'Oreal and like NYX and drugstore over here. I also have a random Urban Decay. Now over here I have the new Too Faced Melted Latex, and I just did this last night. I just organized them into here. I have a lip swatch video on these coming very soon, but I also have some of the melted, and then all of the melted mattes are in the back, which I also did an entire review and lip swatch video on. I have the melted mattes facing downward so I could see the color, and I didn't want to do that for these because they have the same packaging. The melted latex I have cap up, and as you can see, the mattes and the latex have different caps, so it just makes it easier to distinguish between glossy and matte. And then over here I have new Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer. I have some of the baby lips, crayons, and a ton of Maybelline back here. I also have the matte liquid lips here. Now over here I have a lot of Makeup Geek lip products, and then I have ColourPop below that. On this side I have Smashbox and some Jouer, so this is like their matte lipstick. And then here are some lippies that came in their holiday collection. But if you could see these squares back here, that's the rest of the matte liquid lips. And back there are all the LA Girl glazed paints. It's easier to take these organizers out and just reach them instead of if they were in the front, then I couldn't reach the Maybellines in the back over here. But on that side I have a bunch of Shani lipsticks and also Burt's Bees collection. That is it for another lip drawer in these drawers. So down here, this drawer is all of my new makeup and my backups. So for example, I have my backups of my favorite Q-tips. These are some new Sigma products I got. This is a MAC Select cover up that I just got that I want to try. This is a backup of my glitter glue. As you saw, I already have one, and I have some backup of my lash glue. I have my Huda Beauty palette that I have yet to do a video with. I need to ASAP. I have some L'Oreal products that I want to try out, and a bunch of products from my cheap makeup haul that I recently did. If you want to check that out, definitely be sure to do so. But those are just new products that I want to try or that I want to put in new videos, or they just have nowhere else to go right now. And if you could see right here, I have 3 tins of these Makeup Forever customizable palettes, and here is one full of Makeup Geek shadows and blushes and bronzers, and then I have 2 more empty Makeup Forever palettes waiting to be filled, and also a travel one that I could just fill in with single shadows when I want to travel. And then the bottom. Okay, so here is one of my skincare drawers. As you will see, I keep skincare in these drawers in my vanity. Okay, so I kind of organized this with eye creams and stuff in the front, also oils, and I actually keep this lip machine and also a teeth whitening toothpaste in here just because I have nowhere else to put them. But I kind of keep moisturizers over here. These are some new Dr. Jart products I just got. I keep most of my Dermalogica products in the back, and like more expensive stuff, I have the Milk Matcha cleansers and toners over here, and whenever I need a skincare product, I come to this drawer. Okay, so now we move on to the vanity. So up here I have a horizontal frame instead of my vertical, and this is basically my accomplishments. So I have my graduation picture with Vin and Ryan. There's my acceptance letter to FITM. I also have an invite to the first MAC event I was ever invited to, and that was actually a few days after MAC first reached out to me, and that was a huge honor, so I like to keep that there for memory. Also on both sides, those are my Kylie Jenner app features, which, oh my god, that was so crazy to me, and I wanted to remember it forever and keep them in frames. And it says over there, beauty vlogger to watch, Adyel, and it was in like her favorites post, and then that was a separate post. And then I have me, my mom, dad, and brother when I got accepted to FITM. Okay, so again, I'm going to start on the right, move to the middle, go to the left until we get to the Alex 9 drawer. Okay, so on the top over here, this I love so much. Okay, so this is kind of like a candy drawer but filled with lipsticks. Basically in here I put all lipsticks that you could see the color through the glass. So this way, if I see something I want, I could just dig my hand in there. So for example, I have all Too Faced Sweet Peach glosses in here. I have some Ofra. I have all of the MAC Lip Tensity, which I did a lip swatch and review on if you want to see. And I put these MAC lipsticks in here because they're the only lipsticks that show the color from the outside. Also, if you could see right on top there, the Smashbox lippies, they have the color on the cap. These are their metallics and then their glossy lips. So there is another one of my little lip organizers. I love it so much. It's like a candy jar. Then along with that, I put one of the PR boxes here. This was for the Smashbox metallic and glosses, and I did a lip swatch and review video if you want to see that too. I think it looks so pretty here. And then here I have a ton of perfumes. So I have a bunch of MAC. These 3 are Lancome. We have some Victoria's Secret, and basically just all of my perfume. And then right here I have this Impressions Vanity little travel mirror. Basically one of those mirrors that you turn on and off, and I just keep it here. Then my mirror sits here, and I sit here while I do my makeup. But wow, okay, time for drawers. And again, ignore the staining. Since I've had this since I was 3 years old, it's pretty beat up. Okay, so this drawer over here has a lot of skincare, and in the back there's a lot of extra hair products. So over here I have a lot from Dermalogica. I also kept a lot of cleansers in here, micellar waters. I have some lemon pads cleansers. This is a fresh rose toner and it has rose petals in it. A Lancome facial cleanser. Then in the back are a lot of products that are from Aveda. A lot of scalp products, damage products, oils, just a ton of hair stuff. Then in this drawer, this is just another hair product drawer, and when I go to beauty events I accumulate a lot of hair products, so I kind of just throw them all in here. There's hairsprays, there's heat protectants, there's masks, there's mousses, there's sea salt sprays, there's conditioners, there's a lot in here. On the bottom here I keep all of my hair tools. So I also have a wet brush in here. We have my crimper, we have some curling irons from Numi, and just curling irons that I've accumulated. I also have a set of curling irons in here. This is the Irresistible Me hair curler set. So now we get to the middle. So over here I have some photo booth pictures of me and Vin, and also me, Vin, and Ryan. This is from 8th grade. How insane. But I basically sit here and do my makeup. That is when I'm not filming, but this is kind of like an everyday section. And here's me again. Hey guys. Okay, so I'm gonna try and speed this up because we still have a lot. On the side I pretty much have all of my sprays. I also have my Shade in my MAC Next to Nothing foundation, and also my LA Girl Pro coverage. I also have a frame that says Life Without Friends. It's like a closet without clothes. And then I got this cute little Q-tip organizer on Amazon. Okay, so here I have this acrylic organizer. I believe Vin's mom gifted to me from BJ's. On the side I have everyday palettes. I have my Huda highlighting palette, my Tarte Contour, Nicole Guerrero, my Love Flush, an LA Girl Beauty Brick in Spice. Here I keep my everyday brushes just laying right here, sharpener, beauty blenders, headbands, other foundations, just a bunch of products here. I also have some Scentbirds that are randomly just here for some reason. Hand sanitizers, lip scrubs, eyelash curlers, and on the side I have some powders and just things that didn't fit in drawers, and also some products that I love. And I also put my favorite blush up in there. So just an overview of my drawers. I just basically have all the products that I use daily in here. We just have a ton of random things, mascaras, primers, concealers, just more everyday things. And now on the bottom, here is my MAC lip vault that was sent to me from MAC. I'll just do it over here. MAC lips, lips, lips. And here's another lip organizer. This is all of MAC's best-selling lipsticks. I literally like cried while opening this. This was absolutely unreal, and I'm keeping this vault forever. I'm not moving it. It's staying in its place. We got all the lip liners and some matte liquid lipsticks, some lip glasses here. Oh my god, this is just heaven in a box, and it stays here. And then over here, this is a Shani Masterpiece 7-layer all-in-one beauty kit. Basically, you pull it out and we have some eyeshadows in here, we have face products, just a ton of things, and you just pull it out. And I didn't know where else to put this, and I wanted to keep it all together, so this is where it lives. Moving on over here, so this is a Crayola painting thing that I did, I think, even before middle school with Crayola, and then I blow dried the colors down. And over here I have deodorants, lotions, I have body sprays instead of perfumes, I have hairspray, dry shampoo, body butters, and this one's actually from the Body Shop, and it says I'm wild about Adyel. It's so cute. This was my everyday straightener. I don't really straighten my hair that often anymore. I have my brushes and clips. This is my favorite curling wand, and here I keep my GHD new straightener that I got, and I just did a hairstyle video with it. And then this is where I put my heat products so that nothing burns. Okay, so this drawer, this has basically everyday things. This has like things that I bring to the shower, for example, my shaving cream and razors and stuff. I have some hair ties, I have a wet brush, I have some more hair products in the back. These are clips. I have all my bobby pins here. This is just kind of like an everyday drawer. And then this drawer, the handle fell off, but this is another skincare drawer. Okay, so this whole side is completely masked. If you want a sheet mask, you come over here, and these are animal sheet masks, and I used one the other day on my Snap. I was literally a tiger. It was so funny. I have some cleansers, and I tried to keep mostly masks over here. So I have the e.l.f. masks. I have this Lancome Energy mask. We have my favorite beloved Derma E charcoal mask. Just basically masks and cleansers up in here. And then here I keep, this used to be, I used to have one lotion drawer filled with Bath & Body Works. I used to have a body splash drawer, but here are all my extra lotions and body splashes down there, and like some more perfumes and stuff like that. Now finally we move to the next Alex 9 drawer. So this frame over here is a frame of me and Ben. I actually have one more frame in my room, but you'll have to see that in my room tour. Again, we have the same brush organizers over here. We have the same two really pretty brush organizers on each side, and then the big one. This corner is where I keep my lights, so don't mind that. But here I have a Too Faced roller skate, and the other one is somewhere else in my room. Again, you'll see that in my room tour, and I just had to put another one next to my makeup collection. And then here's my crown. Senior year, we make crowns and personalize them for homecoming, so this was mine. I put California play button, I put 100K, YouTube, California, fit 'em, and this was the one I created. I also have a MAC lipstick right there. So I'm just keeping that on the skate. And over here is my last lipstick organizer thing. So in the back I have some MAC liquid lips. These are all like their newer matte liquid lips. I also have a lot of the MAC metallic lips in here, and any of the other MAC lipsticks that I had that aren't in the vault. Here are the special edition MAC lipsticks, and they came with the perfumes that I got, and we also have a special edition one here. And then all over here we have all of the Smashbox lipsticks that I own. Okay, so first drawer before I can get my tripod. This drawer is my primer drawer. Okay, so there is a lot in here. So over here I also have some of these drops. These are from Algenist. I also have some mini ones. These are like color correcting drops, and then we have luminous drops, and they are not necessarily primers, but you can mix them in and use them as primers. I have some Estee Edit stick. We have some Milk Blur sticks up in here, and then here are some eyeshadow primers as well as some primer samples. Okay, so moving these samples, here are all like Smashbox primers. I got a box with a bunch of primers, and we have some primer oils back there. I have a MAC strobe cream. This one's in Pink Light. We have a Dermalogica Hydro Blur primer, and then these are some samples that I actually can't really talk about. Here I have Hourglass Primer Veil, Too Faced Hangover X, which I have a lot of. See, we have another one back there. More MAC strobe creams over here, Maybelline Baby Skin, and e.l.f. primer. Got some more primers over here. We have Estee Edit illuminating primers. I have some more sprays back there, and just a ton of primer action. Drawer number 2. This drawer is an absolute mess, and wow. Okay, there was an explosion there. I'm gonna have to clean that up later. Okay, so this is a cream product drawer. So we have concealers, we have cream color correctors, we have cream bronzers, we have cream blushes, we have paint pots in here. So I tried to organize it like this drawer is all concealers. Then here we have liquid illuminators here, and these are also more samples. Here are some Cover FX click sticks, just a ton of cream products. And then here is cream bronzers and blushes. There's an explosion over there, don't really want to touch. I have a bunch of Glossier cream blushes, my 2 paint pots, color correctors. I'm gonna have to organize this a bit better, but there's just overflow in here. The next drawer, this is my first highlighter, blush, and bronzer drawer that I was talking about before. So here I have a ton of LA Girl strobing stuff, and also pressed powders. We have a bunch of Artist Couture loose highlighters in here. We have some MAC products. These are their extra dimension highlighters and blushes. I have some Ofra, more Ofra. Then here's more Too Faced. We have this J Cat highlighter, Too Faced Candlelight, more Too Faced pressed powders. These are some more Ofra. And then we have a bunch of the Chocolate Soleil product. And then in the front I have LA Girl Beauty Bricks. I have the Peach Face Palette. We also have this Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. We have an IT Cosmetic powder, a Smashbox, and that is this drawer. This fourth drawer, this is my first eyeliner and mascara drawer I was talking about. So we have two things of mascara, and these are black organizers, and I actually wanted the black to begin with because I have a black and white themed room, but they didn't have them online at Dollar Tree, so it's kind of screwed. But I have a lot of mascaras in here, and then here are all black liners and also brown liner. Then here in the front, I have all brow products, so all the brow products lie here. Got some Too Faced. We have a lot of Benefit in here. Down there we have some Maybelline, Eylure, Lancome, all that stuff. The last little drawer, this is my lash drawer. So we have a ton of Cocoa lashes, Makeup Shack lashes, some of these Ardell Adore. I have a lash case, Ardell, Eylure, just a ton of lashes, and they go all the way back there, and I love this drawer. I'm pretty much always using just Cocoa, so I have a ton of backups just stacked. Also in the front, I have some fake lash tools, glue. This is like an Amber Rose brand thing to help you put your lashes on. Never tried it. First big drawer, let's see. So here is one of my first palette drawers. So a lot of the palettes up in the front are face palettes. Like this one is from The Balm. We have the Tarte Pro Glow, Too Faced Cocoa Contour, Jaclyn Hill and Becca, Anastasia Contour Kit. We have Pure Cosmetics. And in the back, I have all of my Too Faced palettes. Also have Kat Von D Shade and Light, Balm palettes, some NYX palettes over here. Then in the back are all of my Morphe face palettes that they sent over. And also here I have a Smashbox face palette. It's actually open right now, but it's a ton of blushes and some bronzers and some highlighters. And below that I have an Ofra face palette, so a lot of face palettes. Then here I have some e.l.f. face palettes, Makeup Revolution highlighter palettes, which I need to try. I have some Kevyn Aucoin highlighters, which are in these nice velvet bags. I have the Luminizer Sisters palette, and then in the front over here, I have every single one of these Smashbox Cover Shot palettes, and they go just all the way down here. The second big drawer. Okay, so there's a lot in here. So here on the side on the left, I have Morphe palettes just stacked, all Morphe. I have BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil. We have a Crown Brushes palette. And then we have a ton of like mini palettes on the side over here. I have like a ColourPop palette, two Maybelline Blush Nudes palettes. We have some BH Cosmetics highlighting palettes, a bunch of e.l.f. in the back. Just a lot of miscellaneous. And I also have the Kylie Burgundy palette right here. Second to last drawer, a lot more palettes. We have a brow palette. We have the original Carly Bybel. We have some BH Cosmetics here, some Michelle Phan. We have both Estee Edit palettes over here. We have some Smashbox palettes, and then back here I have a Shani palette. We have the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca palette. We have Too Faced Natural Love back there. Also some e.l.f. and Urban Decay, and just a lot more. I wish there was a better way to organize palettes because I honestly forget about a lot of them. And wow, I'm out of breath. The very last drawer. Okay, so here I keep all of my sunglasses. I also have a PX Too Faced collab sunglasses. We have a sunglass case. I have all of my colored contacts cases. Here I have some Smooth Away pads, which I use on my arms. Back there, if you could see, I have nail tips, a nail tip cutter, and here I keep all of my Nail Her glue-on nails because I am allergic to acrylic nails. So gotta do what I gotta do. And also really way back, I have some Halloween stuff, like I have some blood gel and some silicone and stuff like that. So that is it for my makeup collection video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'm so excited to show you guys my room tour and a bunch more exciting videos to come. Be sure to comment down below your thoughts, and if you watch up to here, comment your favorite part of my collection, whether it's the way I organized a certain drawer. Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.